Alright, in this video I'm going to show you how to set up a notification in Flutter and also to send the notification to come from the server. So this is what we're going to achieve. You're going to achieve when we set up a notification. We set a REST API that you post notification, then it sends to the device. So this is a REST API. So if we test it, we have that. So the one test 2. Alright, so I'm going to show you how to set that. We are going to use awesome notification with Flutter. So let's jump right into the Flutter app. So the Flutter app back here. Alright, so first thing first is setting up Firebase. So you're going to create Flutter app, normal creation of Flutter app. You add these dependencies. Firebase core, I'm using Flutter version 3.10.0. So we'll have this same dependency that I have here, and then you create a project in your Firebase console. So if we move to our Firebase console here, I have already created one, but let me just guide you through how you can create your project there. So this is the one that we have. Type the name, click continue, select, that is if you have enabled analytics, then allow it to finish. After that, of course, I'm going to delete this. Actually, yeah, I'm going to delete this. So after that, just create it. Come on. You're going to enable cloud messaging. So going to project here, project settings, cloud messaging. So by default it has been disabled for this particular project. So you're going to click over here, manage in Google Cloud Console. If you move to Google Cloud Console, let's just use this link so that you see what's there. So you're going to enable it. After enabling it, you're going to rest your case there. Come back to your project here, reload. So at this point, we will need this server key at some point in the day. So actually, let's just use this one. So alright, so here I have already made one. So I'm going to remove everything. So what I'm going to remove here is this, because we're going to generate a new one. I'm also going to ensure you have this on your Flutter application. Ensure you have this here. Ensure you have this one, and also you've added these two, this one and this one. All right, so next thing is to let's delete also this one too, because we're using the new generated credentials. So let's delete that one. So all right, before we're done here, ensure you have in the REST drawables, ensure you have a REST underscore launcher icon in the REST drawables. And then I think we're done with the Android folder. Let's move to the notification setup. So what I've done here in the notification setup is initialize the Firebase messaging, then initialize the Flutter awesome notification. So when we are initialing Flutter Awesome notification, we pass in the icon that will be shown up when the notification occurs, and then we add the channel key. We add the importance vibration if we want, and also to show badge and channel description. There are several things. If you highlight over this, you can get all these options. And then we are checking if the notification is allowed. If it is allowed, we just leave. Otherwise, if it is not, we request permission to send a notification. Okay, next thing is we configure the push notification so that, yes, with Firebase messaging. So first thing, we initialize it up there. Then we set foreground for notification, presentation options. Then if it is iOS, we add these ones. Otherwise, we set up the background notification down here, simple like this. Then we listen on messages. If notification is not null, we create that notification. So creating notification we have here is require a title and a body, and the channel key must be same as the channel we created up here. Very important. We need to have the same key for the channel. So we call awesome notification, then create notification. So this allow the awesome notification to show notification like this, like the one here, this one here, right? Okay, so then we add event callback. So when a notification is clicked, we add an event callback. So this action is here. So you can add, when a notification is clicked, you add everything you need here, right? So I'll link into the description of this page when I've pushed it to GitHub so that you can get the source code. All right, so next thing is to set up Firebase fully. Remember, we have those packages installed, but we haven't set it up. So we're going to here. First thing first, this is the previous one that I used. That's the previous one that I used. So let's have it this. Let's Flutter. Ensure you have the Flutterfire installed. So how to add Flutterfire? Let me just show you very quick. So this one here, we move here. You ensure you Firebase login after installing the Firebase CLI. Then you activate the Flutterfire. Then we are at this point, we configure. So what project did we create? So we created name. I think that is how it's called. That weird name. So it's the project name is name. So this is it. So next thing is we look for it in here. So we move name. This is it. Then we add it. Of course, we only need iOS, and then we generate those files. So this will generate a file here that has already configured the Firebase for Android. So let's wait as it does that. So this process also generates Google JSON file for you automatically, and that will be added in your Android app build Gradle. Not build Gradle, Android app. So this folder on the app directory. So we have those created over there, and now inside our main.dat, so we initialize the options. Then we run the app, and inside our home page state, we create a reference to our notification setup. Then we configure, then we add those event callbacks, right? So for this case, since we are going to test it on the backend, we're going to print the token. So we are going to use this token in Postman here to test our notification. So let's continue by running the app. So let's run the app and let's cross fingers it works. Let's clear that one. I don't need that one now. Okay. Open up. Success. So let's grab the key if we have it. So how do we grab the key? We click here because it is in the increment counter. So if you click there is our key. So we copy that key, we place it on our key field here. So now let's move to PHP and create these methods. So inside our PHP, where is there? We're going to create a route to not to this to this endpoint. We're going to create this endpoint. So the endpoint is at routes API notify at notify app. So what does the notify app does? So the notify app calls the notify method inside notification controller. So the notification controller accepts title, body, and the device key. So here we set the Firebase Cloud Messaging URL and our server key. So remember we had our server key. So we can now copy it from here, the one that we just generated. Go back here into our environment, look for this Firebase Cloud Messaging server key in our env, replace the existing one that we have with the one that we have just generated, and create a data array with Flutter action, click and stress done. Create the data. What one? We encode the data. We set headers. We initialize curl. We set the URL. We allow post, supply headers, return transfer to true. We don't verify the CSS all. Then we set up version to be version 1 of the curl. And then we don't verify the SSL just temporarily. And then, of course, do the post request with the posted with the data, the encoded data that we have. Then we execute. All right, so let's test it on our endpoint here. So success, waiting for message on the app, not coming. So what do we have on the app that blocks it from coming? What is it that is blocking the app from showing? Okay, close. Close that. And what do I do? Close that and also destroy this app activity. Let's destroy app activity and just a minute. Still something, right? Success but not sending. Let's run. I think we may need to reload the emulator. For some reasons, at some point it doesn't work. Yeah. So let's look for the key. So just generated a new key. Okay. Same key. Okay. So let's go here now, and it's same though. add it there, send. That's a success. So I think we may need to quit and relaunch it again. Relaunch it. I think the best way to relaunch it is on cold boot. If it doesn't, yes. So it's running there. So allow notification. Generate device key. Go back down here. Paste it. Send. Success, but not showing. Allow me troubleshoot outside the view, then I come back and oh, it works now. Cool. It was just delaying, maybe due to network. Anyways, so I have also notification set up for queue. So when you want to queue your notification in the backend, then be dispatching it after a delay of seconds. So I have queues in Laravel video, so I'll link that video in the description below so that you can go and check it out. Right? All right, so that is that, and I'll see each other in the next video.